Most skilled framers know how to find the calculations for their principal rafters and their common rafters, but the moment it gets to hips and valleys, they're not sure where to find those calculations. We don't want that to be you. We want you to be comfortable with your math. So come on in, we're going to show you how it's done so you don't have to pull out a tape measure. Let's start off with the hip. Just for clarity, so you know what we're trying to cut. For our calculation, we need this inner point to here or flush with the outside of our corner. To give you better perspective, from the inside of this pocket here to flush with the corner of your room. A hip, like every rafter, is part of a right triangle. So in order to find the length of your hip, you need to find out where the a squared and b squared of your right triangle is. Can you see the right triangle here? How about now? As you can see, the right triangle is made up of the inside of your common rafter to the outside of the corner of your wall and the length of a common rafter. So, what is our a squared? It is the run of a common rafter. So, now we have our a squared and we have our b squared, and that will give us c squared. So that's going to read like the run of a common rafter squared plus the length of a common rafter squared equals the length of our hip squared, and then you find the square root of that, and you've calculated your first hip. Now, there is one caveat to that calculation we just gave you. What if your king common rafter is not the same pitch as the rest of the roof? In that case, you're going to want to use the run of your king common rafter and the length of your common rafters that are set against your ridge. And that will give you the length of your hip. And now we're moving on to valleys. And you're going to find this super simple because the calculation is basically the same as a hip, even though they don't look much the same. Let me show you what I mean. So for our calculation, we're going to be trying to find the top of this peak here, so right in the corner, to the corner, inside corner of our wall, flush with that inside corner. And just so you can see it better, we're going to go ahead and take care of these unnecessary things so you can start to see it. Flush with this inside corner to the corner of this pocket. Now, in order to calculate your valley length, you're going to need two pieces of information, your a squared and your b squared. Your a squared is going to be the run of a common rafter that is attached to the ridge that the valley is also attached to. And then your b squared is going to be the length of a common rafter that is attached to a ridge that the valley is attached to. So now we have our a squared and our b squared. So it's going to read like run of a common rafter squared plus the length of a common rafter squared equals the length of your valley squared, and then you find the square root of that. And now you've calculated a valley. Now, we hope we've made calculating your hip and your valley just a little simpler in your mind. And we've gone over a few details that maybe you're not fully familiar with, like the run of a common rafter and the length of a common rafter. If you want to learn how to calculate that, check out this video over here. And if you're ready for the next step, why don't you subscribe? Let's make knowledge common again.